Hey everybody, it's Mr. Vance here, and today I'm going to show you how to draw characters from the video game Among Us. So by the end of the video, you should be able to draw these characters. The first thing I want to show you is that there's about 5 different steps that you need to do in order to get the character drawn and have it basically colored. And then after that, we can go ahead and draw the different types of hats and items that the characters you can pick up in the game. But I'm going to walk you through those steps, and then we can talk about what we have to do after that. So right now, I want you to have your paper. I want you to have your pencils ready to go so that you can draw. Markers and pens are always okay, especially when you're going to color, and color pencils. If you have any questions, or if you have a question, I need you to go ahead and raise your hand or leave a comment. Yeah, so with that, let's get started. Now I'm going to start drawing these characters from the video game, and I'm just going to walk you through how to do these. So the first step, you draw an upside down U, and you want to have this kind of curved. The next step, we're going to draw the bottom of the leg, and you bring this up. So if you notice, it looks like the letter J. And from there, we go ahead and add this curved line for the bottom of his stomach. And now we make the bottom of the other leg, which looks like the letter L. It has a little bit of a curve to it. Like rounded. And you can come back in here and draw this as many times as you need to. So let's go ahead and draw this oval and a rectangle that has rounded edges. That will be the backpack. And there's 2 steps left. I want to outline and draw in some of the different shapes that are going to be used as guidelines when I color in my character. So we're going to draw an oval that we're going to leave white. It's going to be like the shiny part of a piece of glass, and from here we're going to make these curved shape. We're going to draw another one, curves down and over to the right, back up just a little bit. So kind of a hook shape. And on the backpack, there is a little curved bump. Now, the more you draw this, you're going to work on the top of the head. I think it's just a little bit flat right here. But I'm going to draw this a couple different times, so I'll show you what to do when we get to that part. One of the things I like to do with my drawing, before I color it, I like to outline most of my shapes that I just drawn. And I'm not going to outline anywhere that I used for my guidelines, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second once I'm done outlining these. So I'm going to use my pencil to lighten up um, the guidelines and to erase everything that I've drawn before with the pencil. And this will help me when I use my color pencils. They won't get all muddied up and get gray from pencil lead. So I can barely see the lines, but if I zoom in, you can still kind of see them. And they'll disappear when I do more coloring. So I'm going to use a light color and a dark color. Try to find the same, like it's going to be a light blue and a dark blue. And I'm going to use a pencil to color and shade in the front of the glass of their helmet, because I don't have a gray color pencil and maybe I do. Let's see. No, that's purple. So the first thing I do is I draw this little oval, and I just want to remind you that you're gonna not color that in. And so I'm going to color everywhere in this circle, the bigger oval. I'm going to color it light gray. Just one nice coat will be good enough. And the next thing I want to do is draw this curve shape and color it in just a little darker. Now if you have gray and dark, almost like a black color, you can go ahead and do that. But if you don't, you can easily color in to make it look like the glass by just how hard you press on your pencil. So now I'm going to, before I color these in, I'm going to draw another one, because you might want to see this a couple times. Alright, I start with my upside down letter U. Draw the letter J. Draw this little hook shape. Draw the letter L. We're going to draw a big oval, a rounded rectangle. I'm going to draw all of the little details. So the oval, the curved shape, the shadow on the outfit, and the little rounded bump shape on the backpack. Take my marker, do all my outlines. Now if you have a thicker marker and it has like the point isn't so fine tipped, you can use those too, because the characters in the game have like pretty good outlines. And let me go ahead and actually show you what that would look like if I used a marker that has, you know, it's a little bit bigger and bolder. Both are okay. It just depends on how you want this to look. I'm just used to using mechanical pencils and making thin lines. But with the game, they have thick lines because it looks like a cartoon. So now that I have a couple of examples, let me go ahead and erase my original lines. I can go ahead and color this in for you to show you exactly what I'm expecting you to draw. So remember, color the whole oval. Color that in one time with, like, make it gray. And then you color side of it a little darker. Make sure it has that rounded edge to make it look like a round piece of glass. And we can go ahead and start coloring this. So I'm going to color this one with some markers, and I'm going to color this one with some colored pencils to show you what they look like. So the top of the curve, I'm going to use the light blue. I'm going to outline and mark off where I'm going to divide. And right here is just going to take patience, but I'm going to color it in to show you what it looks like and what it will take. Just takes about a minute. Now that I colored it once, go back over a second time. Make sure everything looks nice and even. And now I'm going to switch to my darker blue. Looks nice. Color the backpack. Looks pretty good. Now if you zoom in, let's see. Can't really see the difference with all this light I have. But you can see it when you look at the paper in person. So I'm okay with that. Dust that off. Maybe you can see it a little bit. But let's see what I can do. I have a, purple, just add a little bit. There you go. Alright, with the next one, before I do that next one, I do like to go over one more time with my marker. Tidy up any loose ends. Give some variation to some of these lines. I want to draw thick lines at the bottom. Try to put some weight down there by his feet. Backpack, not too much. Around the helmet, around the glass, and that one's pretty much drawn. And for the next one, I've been smudging them up with this lead everywhere. So let me go ahead and clean that off. And I'm going to color this one with a marker because I know a lot of you just have markers at home. So let's go ahead and use that. And for the sake of this picture, I'm going to just use red and orange to show you the difference between the light and dark color. So the first thing, just going to draw this curved edge with the orange and color in the whole shape. Under a lot of pressure to get this right. Don't mess it up, Mr. Vance. Top of the backpack. Now let's go to red. Hopefully this shows up. Sometimes red and orange look a lot alike when you're coloring with marker on camera, but I think we should be okay. Yeah, it looks great. And when you're using marker, remember your paper gets wet with the marker. It like flows out of the plastic. It soaks into the paper, and if you color it too much, too fast, your paper can rip. It can get soggy. Yeah. So that looks pretty good. And now I want to go ahead and move on to the second part of the project, where we're going to be drawing helmets and like caps and crowns and all kinds of like ornaments and decorations to make your characters a little bit more interesting and unique. I see all kinds of examples. So here, a cherry, a roll of toilet paper, a flamingo, a balloon, a banana, a plunger, piece of cheese, eggs, plants, a baby imposter, a top hat, a chef's hat, a crown, Indiana Jones hat, and even I see like a wet floor sign. So with these, I want you guys to be a little bit more creative. And so let me show you what I'm expecting when we do our drawings. So I took my how-to examples, and for one of them I drew a crown. Let me show you if I zoom in. I drew a top hat, an orange crayon, and orange and blue goes really well together, so that looked good for me. And let me go ahead and draw a couple more examples, just so you can see what it takes to get this done, and then for that will be the video. So remember, draw the letter J, make this curved, draw the letter L, don't forget the oval for the front glass of his helmet, and a rounded shape for the backpack. This one needs the rounded oval for the front of the helmet and the rounded backpack. So what I really need to do right now is just come up with two more zany items. So if you have any suggestions, you can leave them in the comments. Go ahead and let me know what you think I should draw after the video. But right now, let me just go ahead and I'm going to draw a flower. So we have the stem, circle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And give it some leaves. And the last one, I want to go ahead and I'm going to just draw a really simple smiley face. So I have my circle, I have my ovals for the eyes, I have the big smile, and you put the little ovals on the edge, color that bad boy yellow, and there we go. So right now, just would keep practicing all these little designs. Maybe later on, go ahead and once I get used to all of these different shapes and all these different characters, I can go ahead and start coloring some more. I can go ahead, start drawing this all these different ways. So at least 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want you to come up with some original, you know, designs for the hats. And so let's just do this one more time, because I have these two awesome little guys. And let me look at some of the examples that I have. Makes that kind of annoying to see. Let me go ahead and pick. I'm gonna go ahead and draw a piece of pizza based off of looking at that, and I'm going to draw. I don't want to guess too much, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw the pizza, which I know is a triangle. Give it some crust, some ovals for some pepperonis. And you guys didn't even see me draw that. Oops. So that's the one thing, making these video live, kind of mess up sometimes, but that's fine. You guys are very forgiving. And let's see, go ahead and color that one in for you. So let me get the red for the pepperonis. What else? I'm actually going to draw the crust kind of brown. I like mine crispy. And I'm going to go ahead and give the classic yellow cheese. It's just good for cartoons. It's good for, a lot of people think cheese is yellow, so let's go ahead and just do that. And for the last one, I'm going to go ahead and draw a can of soda. So I'll draw an oval, a couple of straight lines, draw the little opening, the little tab, and I'm going to put pop, soda pop, soda pop, make it pop, make it pop, make it pop. Alright, so the last thing I want to do is go ahead and give all this their little outlines. Pizza Head, Pizza Head, Pizza Head, soda pop, soda pop, soda pop. Alright. And what's the last thing I can do? Oh, I want to make these letters a little bit bigger. And, oh, let me give it a design. And we'll go ahead and color this soda pop. Let's see. We gotta do some sort of red. Maybe blue. We can do blue because of Pepsi. Let's do blue. And I'm just having fun here. If you needed to see any of these parts of the video, I'm going to go ahead and post this so you can go and watch this as many times as you need to. Be sure to remember to leave a comment. Yeah, and it just can keep going like that all day. So right now I just want to go ahead and just thank you for watching, and remember to go ahead and the one thing I forgot that I like to make you guys do is to draw these little horizon lines. Makes your characters look like they're standing instead of floating, even though we'll let him float. Some of the characters get thrown out into space and they float. Right here, we're just going to go ahead and give them all standing around waiting for the game to start. So with that, yeah, thanks for watching.